Hey.
It's good to see you.
Great to see you.
Good friend of mine.
Great to see you.
Welcome to the Netherlands.
Thank you.
Ongehoord Nederland-voorzitter Arnold en Dr. Efraim Zuroff kennen elkaar al jaren. Zo werkten ze samen bij de jacht op SS'er Klaas Karel Faber. Ooit nummer 1 op de Most Wanted list van het Wiesenthal-centrum.
Hey, u wordt nog gezocht in Nederland, weet u dat? Ja. Voor oorlogsmisdaden.
Ja.
Ja? Denkt u nog wel eens na bij de slachtoffers die u gemaakt heeft? Meneer Faber?
Zou u opzij willen gaan?
Nee, ik wil helemaal niet opzij, meneer Faber.
Deze week promoot chef Nazi-jager van het Simon Wiesenthal-centrum Efraim Zuroff de Nederlandse vertaling van zijn boek Onze Mensen. Een meeslepend reisverhaal over zijn bezoek aan de ruim 220 massagraven in de Baltische staat Litouwen. Een feit dat in Oost-Europa nog altijd vaak wordt verzwegen.
So in a country like Lithuania, where 96.4% of the Jews who lived under the Nazis were murdered, and most of them were murdered by Lithuanians, and Lithuanians say, oh no, the Holocaust was a tragedy, we know that. The Germans came, they murdered our Jews. I can't suffer a lie like that. The Lithuanians murdered them. Their neighbors, 50,000 households. And they did it to please the Germans, who they hoped would give them independence, and also to rob their neighbors. That's the reason to kill people. People, peace-loving people, good citizens. They made such contributions to Lithuania. It's horrendous.
Ja.
Efraim Zuroff was de opvolger van de beroemde Oostenrijker Simon Wiesenthal, die internationale aandacht zocht en kreeg voor zijn speurtocht naar voortvluchtige massamoordenaars uit het Hitlerregime. De laatste 40 jaar zocht hij naar nazi's, maar zijn speurtocht in Litouwen was voor hem bijzonder.
I think this book was more emotional than other books you wrote.
The most emotional. The most emotional. Every day we went to 2-3 killing sites. We said I said the prayers for the victims, and I'm standing right above where they're buried, and they're in places that no one knows where it is. No one knows to come to pay their respects or anything like that. And it's just totally heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. For me, it was too much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can understand. Even more emotional than visiting Auschwitz.
Right, because what did Stalin say? One victim is a story, and a million victims is something else.
Ze hebben afgesproken bij het Nationaal Holocaust Namenmonument in Amsterdam, waar in tegenstelling tot de doden in Litouwen de Joodse slachtoffers wel met naam worden vermeld. Voor hen die geen grafsteen hebben.
And this is very comprehensive and has all the names of the Dutch citizens who were murdered in the Holocaust. And this is a very, very important. That makes it a very thing. It brings it alive. In other words, this is not just, somebody. These were our neighbors. These were our citizens. We failed them. The Nazis killed them. And this is just incomprehensible on a certain level.
You think that something that we saw in the Second World War, the Holocaust on the Jews, can that happen again?
Well, listen, I would like to think not. First of all, we have a state. We have a country that is determined to do whatever they can to protect Jews and to offer them a place of refuge. That's the major change, and that's the reason why it won't happen. But on the other hand, we have people, today it would be much easier to kill 2 millions of people because of nuclear devices and terror movements, among them Islamic terror movements, among them the regime of the mullahs in Iran are talking about bombing Israel with nuclear weapons. So in theory, it can happen. The question is the West determined enough to stop them? Are the Americans willing to stop them? Or then the EU? I don't see that. You know what I mean? I have my doubts, and that's why we might be forced to do it ourselves.
We saw the 7th of October, a program on Jewish kids, actually, yeah?
Not only on Jews, ironically. Any people living in Israel, like Thai workers, Nepalese, just because they're living in Israel, they went and killed them, even though they weren't Jews.
Yeah.
But they were not Muslims, that's the point. Yeah. In other words, anyone who's not a Muslim is a kafir. Kafir is an infidel. And according to Hamas, who are the students of the Muslim Brotherhood and the fanatic Islamic fundamentalists, anyone who's not a Muslim is worthy of being murdered. I mean, it's just absolutely horrendous and shocking.
People say, well, you wrote a book about the Holocaust in Litouwen, huh? But other people say, well, Israel is committing genocide.
That's total bullshit. But that is so ridiculous. How do you think Hamas took over? The overwhelming majority of the population support Hamas. They support throwing homosexuals from roofs and murdering them, and doing anyone who doesn't, live their lives the way they want you to live their lives, they murder them. I mean, there's no human rights, there's no freedom, there's no democracy. Who do they think Hamas is? They're nice neighbors next door. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Israel did everything not to harm the civilian population. They warned them when Israel was ready to bomb certain buildings, leave. Go. They phoned people. They gave them messages. They did everything to limit the lateral damage.
Yeah, but here in the Netherlands, some teachers don't dare to talk about the
That's
Holocaust.
Because of the immigrants and the class. This is the problem. They come from countries with a tradition of anti-Semitism, deep anti-Semitism, no knowledge of any history, no knowledge of the Holocaust, okay? And what they do is they come here to make money, improve their material situation, and they don't assimilate the values of the societies in which they're living. What do they learn? They learn how to do politics and make trouble. And you understand that's what they do. That's what they know. So I say, hats off to Geert Wilders, and I wish him good luck to form a coalition, and if not now, then another year from now, and save Holland from the horde of people who don't deserve the privilege of living in a democracy like Holland.
Hey, good luck.
Thanks to you too.
You're my hero. Hey.
You're my hero.
Take care of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you too.